Okay, so let's move forward with building your conscious discipline action team, which we will now refer to as CDAT, because I have to keep the video short. So I think it's going to save me some time. All right, so here's how you're going to do it. You will start, hopefully, with the foundational videos if needed. If you're not interested in them, if you've already been to a training, you don't need it. But just make sure you understand the foundational elements of the neuroscience behind it, because that's going to be stored in your limbic brain, which is your why. The what and the how are stored in your prefrontal cortex. Why is that important? Well, when you're stressed, your prefrontal cortex, your PFC, shuts down. And suddenly all these amazing strategies you learned, you can't find them. Does that sound familiar? But if you understand the neuro, if you understand the why, I can get you to know that. The whole reason you want to be on the CDAT team, right? If you understand that, you've got the science to back it up in your moments of stress, you will be able to pull that wisdom. And it may not look the same as in the book of conscious discipline, but the impact will be the same. All right. Scripts aren't necessary. The book is phenomenal. Everyone needs to have a copy of the book if possible, because there's no way I can anyway read that book to you. And first of all, you're not going to remember any of it, but also there's no time in 5 minutes. The second thing you're going to need is conscious discipline rubrics. And those rubrics are going to help you as you're implementing the powers and the skills. So that is one thing we will be doing. We are going to move through conscious discipline through an adult first lens. And that adult first lens is going to address the powers and the skills. Now, the power and the skills are essential to conscious discipline, along with the brain state model. So we're going to start with the survival state and do the powers and the skills associated with it. Then once your school has that pretty much under control and you're comfortable with it, then you go to the emotional state. You do the powers and the skills. And then you go to the executive state and you do the powers and the skills. This can be up to a 3-year process. Some people 5-year process. It's not a race. We are building new adult neural pathways. It's going to take time. Okay. So it's okay. Just have fun with it because it's going to be different. So the rubrics are going to help you with the powers and the skills, and the rubrics are also going to help you with the different elements to put in place. All right. So how these videos will be laid out is you will have the power video, the skill video, this video of the survival state, and then it'll have the survival state elements that you have a choice to choose from. Do not implement them all. Do not. You will have a mental breakdown. I want you to work on the power, work on the skill, really understand that survival state brain, and then pick one strategy or two, especially if it feels good to you. Don't throw anything away in your room. Remember, we're only going to be adding. We're not going to be taking away. Until you get fluent in this model, we don't want you to have no discipline in your classroom. So as you're learning, give yourself grace. The rubrics will be attached, and the books, you'll need the book as well, because that way you can dive deeper if you want to look at the tools to implement. All right, I wish you well, and let's move forward.